There she is, the never-ending rabbit hole of mods. Of course, it's a Harley Davidson thing, and a thing for a few bike builders maybe. You know, there's mods that you have to do because you've moved and the environment's changed. There's mods you do because they just piss you off and you need to change them. Then there's kind of safety mods, and there's also mods that you do just because they're fun. And this represents 3 years of mods, but Harley Davidson is the only bike you can keep for the rest of your life. So, welcome back to the channel, folks. If you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. Don't mind hitting that subscribe and that bell and that like. Sure would appreciate it. Now, I went looking through this. I was afraid to look through it. But for 3 years, it's not bad. Had some mistakes on my last bike, and I learned not to do them on this one. This one I kept pretty simple, because I did a couple of fun things, like my little tailpiece there, where normally the tour pack would go. And some other guys do some fun things. But safety things, I did the shocks. It's one of the first things I did when I came down here, is did the rear shocks. And I did the, well, when I came down here too, I had my 2016. And I had to go through a fan assist on that just to keep it cool. I really did love that bike. It was a regular Road Glide 2016, but I ruined it. Still got my money out of it, but I traded in on this because it took me that long to figure out really what I wanted. And I did everything on that bike. I had Apple CarPlay on that bike. When I came down here, I did the ultra cool fan system, but I ended up doing a 2-into-1 pipe system, muffler system, headers, lower end refresh. It was a 103 HO, which means it already had a very mild stage 2 cam in it. But boy, I hated it. It was so loud, the wife couldn't hear herself on the back. And it was not the sound I was looking for, so I learned. So I traded in on this, and they gave me a potload of money for it. And I knew that I really wanted a 114. And to me, I had to have Rinehart exhaust. That's what I'm looking for, was the really low-end Rinehart exhaust. Then, of course, there was just the normal stuff. I had to get the right seat and the right bars. But here's a little tip. If you're going to know you're going to do things, don't get a bike like this with special paint. This is called Scorched Orange Silver Flux. And my wife wanted a tour pack if she was going to ride on the back. And that tour pack to my right, I don't know if you can see it, but it cost me a lot of money to get it custom painted because Harley wouldn't guarantee it, and Advan Black wouldn't guarantee it, and Hogworkz wouldn't guarantee it. So I had to spend a little extra money and get a custom painter to do it. But you learn as you go. And it took me a long time to figure out what bars I want, but you know, bars go with seats. So you might want to check those out together. I did the 12-inch on mine just because of my shoulder. And I tried a bunch of seats. I ended up with the Saddlemen, the STC. It's versatile enough. Got that little backrest on it. But, you know, halfway through this list, I think it was sometime recently, I said, you know, I'm done. But something always comes up. You know, next year, or maybe in the next couple of years, I'm going to have to do the top end of this bike. At least look at it. I was thinking maybe I'll get it, get a Screaming Eagle top end. But then Feuling came out with a mod for the, it's just, they copied the CVO VVT, so they're going to make that head available retroactively to these bikes, the 114, 117. It won't be for a while, but I'm sure they're going to come out with them before Harley comes out with theirs for their lower end bikes. So you just never say never when it comes to these mods on Harleys. It costs a bunch, but for a bike that changes with your riding styles, because trust me, when you get older, you're going to ride differently. Sometimes you'll tour and you figure out, well, I'm not going to tour as much, or maybe I'm going to maybe take a few more canyons, or maybe you want to lower the bike or raise the bike or whatever it is you want to do. Harley Davidson, especially this road glide here, probably street glides, are the only ones I think that will grow with you and change with you through the years. Because I don't plan on getting another bike. I plan on just changing this one as it fits me. And right now it fits me pretty good. And I'll be looking forward to that mod coming out with Feuling. But if you want a bike that'll change with you, man, I can't recommend any better bike than the Harley Davidson Touring.